This is an audio interview that Texas Representative Louis Gohmert, the now titular head of the Tea Party, who basically says that sex ed is, I guess, if not the first step, but maybe the culmination of every step that's taken to turn this country into the Soviet Union. Let's listen to Louis Gohmert spread his insanity now.
Let the kids be innocent. Let them dream. Let them, play. Let them enjoy their early life. You don't have to force this sexuality stuff into their lives at such a point. It was never intended to be that way.
I don't know who he's talking about intended what, when, but, I don't know if Louis Gohmert has dealt with any young children or even kids of 7, 8, 9, 10 years old, but they have an awareness. What they know is wrong, and that's usually what gets them in trouble. But let's continue.
They'll find out soon enough, and in fact, it's amazing to me, Rick, but actually, mankind has existed for a pretty long time without anyone ever having to give a sex ed lesson to anybody.
Awesome.
And now,
you notice how Louis Gohmert doesn't want to really say how long mankind has existed because he would butt up against some problems there. Because I'm guessing he really wants to say about 8,000 to 9,000 years. But he doesn't want to get into that argument. I don't think the issue here is that when you teach sexual education that you're teaching people how to procreate. I think it is teaching them how to stay safe.
To anybody. And now we feel like, oh gosh, people are too stupid unless we force them to sit and listen to instructions. It is just incredible. And there is a natural law that parents should be involved in education. They should know about. They should be part of the training. That's a law of nature. Alan Keyes was just talking about it this weekend when we were together. That is such an important part of.
Alan Keyes, for those of you who don't know, is completely insane. So this is really the functional equivalent of like, I was just talking to someone who's crazy about this very thing. So I know I'm right.
Nature, and yet that is the very thing that some of these liberals want to take away. And it reminds me so much the summer that I was an exchange student of the Soviet Union back in the 70s, and I was shocked when they were saying, no, the children don't belong to parents, they belong to the state. And if any parent says anything in front of their children negative about the wonderful Soviet Union, then we will take their children away and get them to somebody more deserving. And I just thought how horribly shocking that was, that of course parents are the ones who love the children, not the state. And I thought, well, thank God that we don't have that in our country. And now I've seen this coming with a lady from MSNBC saying, hey, children belong to the state, not the children. And it just sent chills because it took me back to the 70s when that's what the Soviet Union used to say. And we know how well that worked out.
So there you have it, a politician basically saying that if you teach sex ed, that is equivalent to taking away people's children and giving them to another set of parents. As a parent, I can tell you I didn't know that we had that option. I'd contemplate doing that for a weekend, maybe a week or two, actually. Might be nice. But there it is, Louis Gohmert saying that when you teach your kids anything, it is the functional equivalent of taking them away from your parents and giving them to another set of parents.